Hey everyone, and welcome. So if you're a Honda owner staring at a check engine light and scratching your head, you have landed in the perfect spot. Today, we're going to tackle one of those super specific trouble codes and turn all that confusion into confidence. All right, let's get into it.
Yep, there it is. You know the one, that little glowing orange symbol on your dash. It's the universal sign that, well, something is up, but it never really tells you what. It's frustrating, right? A little intimidating, and it always leaves you wondering, what's next?
So you did the right thing, you plugged in a code reader, and this is what it spits back at you. P0159. I mean, what even is that? It sounds more like a secret password than a car problem. But don't you worry, because we are about to break this whole thing down. So what's your car actually trying to tell you here? The official name for P0159 is Front Secondary HO2S Bank 2 Sensor 2 Slow Response. I know, that's a total mouthful. So let's just decode what that actually means in plain English. Okay, so this HO2S, that's a heated oxygen sensor. It's a really important little device living in your exhaust system, and its job is to measure the amount of oxygen in the exhaust after the catalytic converter. This is how your car's main computer knows how well everything is running. I love this analogy because it makes it all make sense. Just think of that oxygen sensor as a reporter out in the field, and your car's main computer, the PCM, is the editor back at the news desk. A P0159 code just means the reporter is being slow. The data isn't getting back to the editor fast enough, and that delay raises a big red flag. Okay, now this is where things get kind of weird, actually. This code doesn't just pop up whenever it feels like it. Oh no. Your Honda is programmed to only look for this problem under a very, very specific and pretty unusual set of circumstances, and these are our biggest clues. Get this. One of the conditions that has to be met for the car to even run this diagnostic test is the intake air has to be negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit. No, you heard me right, negative 13. That is unbelievably specific and just crazy cold. So let's put it all together. For this code to get logged, your car needs to be going exactly 30 miles per hour, the engine has to be humming along between about 1,200 and 2,000 RPMs, your coolant needs to be at 156 degrees, and you need that super frigid minus 13 degree air coming in, all four things, all at the same time. It's nuts, right? It's likely designed this way to spot a very particular kind of problem that only shows up under these extreme, stable conditions so you don't get false alarms all the time. All right, so we know what the code is, we know the wild conditions that trigger it. Now for the most important part. What's causing it, and how in the world do you fix it? Well, it turns out there are four main suspects. Let's look at our lineup here. First, you could just have a bad connection, either at the sensor itself or where it plugs into the main computer, the PCM. Second, the sensor itself could just be worn out and faulty. Third, and this is pretty rare, the car's main computer, the PCM, could be the problem. And last, there's a small chance the operating conditions are out of whack, but that's less likely. So, here's the crucial thing, right? We have our list of suspects, but you don't want to just start guessing and throwing expensive parts at the problem. That's a great way to waste time and money. What we need is a logical plan, a diagnostic path that gets us to the right answer. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I want you to think of this like a funnel. We're going to start at the top with the easiest, cheapest, and most common fixes first, and then work our way down to the more complex and pricey stuff. Step 1, and always step 1, check the connections. Look at the wires and plugs at both the O2 sensor and the PCM. Are they loose? Is there any corrosion? This is a totally free check that might just solve your problem. If everything looks good and tight, then you move to step 2, replace the sensor. Honestly, this is the most common culprit. Then, and only after you've ruled out connections and the sensor itself, should you even think about step 3, replacing the PCM. That is always your last resort. So there you have it, that mysterious code, P0159. It's not so mysterious after all, is it? It's a very specific signal with specific causes and a totally logical path to a solution. That check engine light isn't just a problem. It's the start of a puzzle. And now you've got the map to solve it.